Hi everyone, this is Charandeep Kapoor. This is a very interesting video. In this video, we'll be sharing a backtest of a strategy which has returned 500% returns in the last 6 months. And this strategy is in Ethereum. Okay. Apart from the backtest of this algo trading strategy, there is a lot of other interesting information for you. So we've also compared the behavior of straddles on various days of the week. So based on this information, you can also choose which is the best day to trade a short selling strategy or a straddle strategy. So you'll also gain a lot of other important informations in this video along with the backtest algo strategy. Also in this video, we'll show you how to deploy this strategy on Tradetron so that this strategy can work passively for you and keep on trading for you and make these returns. Also, we have backtested this in Ethereum. So a lot of you may not be able to trade one Bitcoin because the margin requirements of one Bitcoin are very high. But the margin requirements of trading one Ethereum at 100x leverage is just $23. So the margin requirement of trading any sort of strategy on Ethereum is much lesser than that of Bitcoin. So so this will be beneficial for a lot of people. Okay. Also, if you want us to share more backtests like this, like backtests on which day of the week is best for trading short selling strategies or what hours are best for trading. So do give a follow to the Delta Exchange channel and we'll be producing more important research content like this, which can help you improve your trading strategies. Okay. So even if you are not an algo trader or even if you don't want to deploy this strategy, this video will still be very interesting for you and you'll gain a lot of important information. At the end of the video, we'll show you how to deploy this strategy using Tradetron. Okay, so the strategy which we are going to discuss is selling one straddle in Ethereum daily for the last 6 months. So we have backtested this data from June of 2023 to January of 2024. So this is the 6 months period which we have backtested this strategy, and the returns of the strategy are 500%. So basically, if you started with $200 in this strategy, you would have made a return of $1,000. So this is a very good strategy and you would have made this return in just 6 months. So the strategy has a very high return compared to many other strategies in cryptocurrency and compared to many other strategies in the stock market also. Okay. So what is this strategy? So what we are going to do, we are going to be selling a daily at the money straddle. What is a straddle? Straddle is simultaneously selling a call and put option at the money strike. Okay, and we are going to be executing these trades at various hours of the day. So we have also backtested to see what would be the difference in selling these straddles at various hours of the day before expiry. And the position sizes which you see in the strategy, all of these are made on a trade size of 1 Ethereum. Okay, and we've also included the fees for trading this strategy. So let's suppose you, if you had sold a straddle, so one here straddle 1 hour before expiry. So expiry, as you all know, happens at 5:30 p.m. So 1 hour before expiry means that you are selling the straddle at 4:30 p.m. Same as that, 2 hours before expiry means 3:30 p.m. And here are the returns for doing that. So if you had expiry, you would have made an average profit of $3 per day. Okay. And if we can see that, so this number goes down till here, and it profit you can gain from the strategy is selling a straddle 21 hours before expiry. Now, what does 21 hours before expiry mean? 21 hours before expiry means that you have to sell for the expiry of tomorrow. Okay. So if you were to sell a straddle at 7:30 p.m. today for the expiry of tomorrow, and if you were to do this for this 6 months period, you would make a return of $4.12 average. And this is the highest return in the strategy. Okay. So since we have concluded that the best time to sell a straddle is 21 hours before expiry, that is 7:30 p.m. So let's deep dive further. Okay. Let's look at the equity curve for selling this strategy. Okay. So if we are starting at $200, you would have doubled. So if you started with $200 on the 1st of June, you would have doubled your money in just the August of the same year. So that is, you started from June and you doubled your money in August. So in just 2 months, you have doubled your money. And that's not even all. You would have doubled your money again in the month of August itself. So in August itself, you would have made $400 starting from a capital of $200. So this strategy gave a good return in August. And after August, it went a bit sideways and faced some losses. But then it gave a 400% return in January of this year. And in January also, it gave a 500% return where it ended. Okay. So let's look at some important metrics. So this strategy achieved a total profit of approximately $1,500 before fees. If you account for the fees, the total net profit is approximately $967. So you would have made a total profit after fees of $967 in this strategy. The win rate of this strategy is 70%. So approximately if you had traded 100 days, you would have made a profit on approximately 70 of those days and you would have made a loss on 30 days. The average win. So whenever the strategy makes a profit, it makes an average profit of $16.99. And when it loses $26.22. Now, a lot of you may be thinking that the average loss is bigger than the average win. So why is this a good strategy? Now let me show you. So what is happening here is that 70% of the time, so if we are trading for 100 days, of 70 days, you would be making a profit of $16.99. And on 30 days, you would be making a loss of $26.22, which would give you the overall return for this strategy. So even though the overall average loss is higher than the average profit, the strategy is still profitable because you're winning a lot more days. That is, you're winning on 70 days and you're losing on just 30 days. Okay. And also the maximum drawdown of this strategy is approximately $182, as you can see here. So no strategy gives you a profit every day. The strategy will also experience some loss, and the maximum drawdown is $182. So here you can find the link to deploy this strategy using TradeTron and how to integrate TradeTron with Delta Exchange, and we'll be discussing this later. Here is the drawdown curve for this strategy, and as we discussed that the maximum drawdown is $183, as you can see here. Apart from this day, it also experienced a drawdown of $150 here and here. Okay, moving on. This is a very interesting data. So here is the average profit by weekday. Okay, so if you were to execute this strategy on Monday, you would make an average profit of $4.95, on Tuesday $5.97. The maximum profit or the best days to trade this strategy would be Thursday and Friday. And since Friday is the weekly and the monthly expiry, so this makes a lot of sense. So even if you are trading Nifty or Bank Nifty, you know that the maximum theta decay or the maximum decay in options happens closer to expiry, and the least movement also happens closer to expiry. And this is very interesting. So if you had traded this strategy on Sunday, you would have lost. So what would happen if you remove Sunday from the strategy? So if you remove Sunday from the strategy, since Sunday is an overall loss, if you remove Sunday from the strategy, your overall profit will improve and your overall losses will also reduce. So you will get more profit and less losses. So it is also an interesting thing to see if we had removed Sundays from the strategy, what would have happened? Okay, so these are the important data which I want to share with you. And based on this daily data, you can also make improvements to your own trading strategy. So if you trade any type of short selling strategies like option selling or short straddles or short strangles, this data is very important for you to look at. Now, let's talk about deploying this strategy using TradeTron. Now, if you check out Delta Exchange's channel, you will find the videos for deploying this strategy here. So here you can check how to deploy automated strategies on Delta Exchange using TradeOn, and you can watch this video. And for people who want to read it from a blog, I'll also share it from the blog. But let's first check out the. So first what you have to do, you have to open tradetron.tech and you'll find this link below. In that you can click on the sign in button and you can sign in using your normal Gmail account. After signing in, open your profile and click on brokers and exchanges to add Delta Exchange as a broker. Okay. You will be taken to this page and here you can click on the add broker button to add a broker. When you click on add broker, you will be shown this page. Here you can select Delta Exchange from this drop down. And after you select Delta Exchange, it will ask you to get your API key and API secret. Now, how do you get your API key and API secret? You go to your Delta Exchange account and you reach here and click on your profile button. Then click on API keys. You will be taken to this page and here you have to select read data and give it trading access also. You can enter any API key name as you want, and you have to enter this value as the whitelisted IP. So I'll be adding this to the blog itself. So you can just copy it from the blog and add it here. After clicking on create API key, this will create an API key for you with the API key and a API secret. You can copy that API key and secret, and you can paste these on the required fields of Drawdown. And I'll do this process and show you what happens after that. After you have done that successfully, Delta Exchange will be added as a broker for you, and you can see that here. You can also read this blog which is linked in the previous blog, and you can see the instructions step by step on how to add a API key and a API secret here. After you have done that, just click on deploy using Tradetron link and you will be taken to this page.
Click on the subscribe button of this strategy to subscribe to this strategy. After you have subscribed to any particular strategy, you will find it in My Strategies drop-down. After you have subscribed to a strategy, then click on the deploy button. Since I've already deployed this strategy, I'll find it in my deployed section. And as you can see, the strategy is active and this will take positions whenever its necessary time comes and the conditions are satisfied. Okay. So this is how you can deploy a strategy, and the strategy will work passively for you and keep on taking these trades.